Dan, thanks for joining us today. Give our viewers a bit of an introduction into Juggernaut Mining.
We're located just outside of Terrace, British Columbia, a town of 30,000 people located in northwestern British Columbia. We've made two world-class discoveries that we have a 100% option on both projects. One is the Empire property, which is located 8 kilometers from power, CN rail, and roads. The other project is the Midas property, which is 14 kilometers from power, CN rail, and roads. Both projects are logging road accessible.
You've made one discovery on each property, so 2 discoveries recently. How did those come about? What is it telling you? Tell us more about those discoveries.
Well, those discoveries, what we're seeing on the Empire property is we're finding widespread high-grade mineralization in bedrock due to glacial recession. The glacier has receded due to global warming just outside of Terrace, and we're finding mineralization at surface. It's staring us right in the face over 5.5 kilometers. Our alteration studies and what we've seen to date are telling us that there is a large feeder system at depth and that it's a porphyry. On our Midas project, we're seeing VMS mineralization and orogenic mineralization. We're finding widespread gold mineralization over 2.1 by 1.6 kilometers on that project on the newly found King Solomon Gold Zone.
And it's interesting, you say you're located just south of the Golden Triangle in BC. Very busy area, very crowded area, but you're still able to find a greenfields discovery south of the area. So how did that, tell us more about that.
How that came about is looking in that same package of rocks, the Stikine terrain or the Hazelton volcanics, geology knows no borders. It doesn't just end at a border that's drawn by man, the Golden Triangle. That same Stikine terrain extends all the way down, a lot of it through coastal British Columbia. So, that was looked at by our Project Generation Syndicate, which said there's going to be world-class discoveries made here. That wasn't just us, that was also Joanne Nelson with the BCGS, the British Columbia Geological Survey, said that specifically on our Midas project, that this is one of the last untapped regions to make world-class discoveries of VMS, hosting Eskay Creek-style mineralization, Telska Chief-style mineralization, or Snip-style mineralization. So it's not just us saying that these are the right rocks. This was actually prophesized by the British Columbia government close to a decade ago. The problem was back then is that global warming and this glacial recession and the abatement of permanent snowpack hadn't quite hit its tipping point at that time. So if you went looking, all you were going to find was snow and ice. We happened to be fortunate to go out at the right time, and we've made these discoveries.
So it's a combination of having that historical data, but also good timing.
Both,
yeah.
And a world-class exploration team.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes. Give us an introduction to the management team.
Yeah, our exploration team is headed by Dr. Stefan Cruz, PhD PGO. Dr. Stefan Cruz won the Governor General's Gold Medal Award for Best PhD and was also a former lecturer at the University of New Brunswick. Members of our exploration team have been recognized by their peers in the industry for a number of world-class discoveries that they've made. Some of those members are the original project generators to Coffee Creek, which was in turn bought out by Goldcorp for $520 million.
Right.
The team also won Discovery of the Year for Northern Ontario. That discovery was merged with Golden Goose. Golden Goose changed its name to Prodigy Gold, was then in turn sold to Argonaut for $341 million. That same exploration team then went out and generated a number of projects in a private syndicate in the Yukon, which extrapolated into the discovery of the Plateau South property, which is now in a $53 million joint venture with Newmont Mining, who is the world's most profitable gold producer, and they are soon to be the world's largest gold producer, forecasted to surpass VRIC in Q2 of 2018. So our exploration team has, cumulative multiple world-class discoveries and close to $1 billion in buyouts and transactions. So we know what we're doing.
Well, what's next for Juggernaut? What do we expect from the company over the next 6 to 12 months?
That's a great question. The next steps for Juggernaut are to go out and to drill these extensive bedrock discoveries that we found. So we want to set up a drill, and we want to drill along the 5.5 kilometer long Inca trend, which is open along strike and at depth, to find the source of all this widespread high-grade mineralization that we're finding. We're getting samples as high as 58 grams gold, 1,180 ounces per ton silver, 30% zinc, 30% copper, and 29% lead. So we want to go out and we want to ground truth those targets aggressively with the drill bit, is what we want to do. On the Midas project, due to the loss of the permanent snowpack and the discovery of the King Solomon Gold Zone, we're finding widespread high-grade gold over a large area. We're going to drill that as well to find out what the feeder system is to all that gold that's at surface. So it's time to drill.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for being with us here today, Dan.
Thank you.